Was 2006 the best year for music ever? Well, that's what I'm going to find out by rating all of the year's #1 songs out of 10. Why 2006? Well, this happened, and who could forget this happening? But most importantly, this happened, one of which had 2006's first #1, which was When the Sun Goes Down by Arctic Monkeys. What a way to start a year. January is normally the worst month of the year, but 2006 was popping off. No January blues here. In my last video, the first #1 of the year was Shape of You by Ed Sheeran for 13 weeks in 2017. This is the complete inverse of that. I love Arctic Monkeys, I'm a bit biased. I did make a video ranking all of their songs from worst to best. When the Sun Goes Down, I can't remember exactly where it was. I think it was about 15th. It's in the 15 to 20 range, I think. So you've got one of my favourite songs from one of my favourite bands. So obviously I'm going to score that 5 out of 5. And no, I'm not going to explain my scoring system again. Mainly because I think it's funny not to explain it, but also because I've explained it in my 2025 and 2017 videos. So watch one of them if you want the explainer. Then for this being a #1 song, I'm going to put my biases aside, if that's a word. Not sure if that is a word, actually, let me check. Turns out, yes, it is a word. It's an adverb that means to one side or out of the way. But in 2006, you've got this brand new band from Sheffield. This is their second single, and it really takes its time. The first minute to minute and a half is just vocals and guitar, before it comes in with a really heavy riff and ends with just guitar and voice again. And also, all the lyrics are about a prostitute, and they're all sung in a really strong Yorkshire accent. Oh yeah, and it's a live take, so you can hear some mistakes being made on the guitars throughout. So even putting my biases aside, you can maybe argue that the song isn't a 5 out of 5, but you definitely cannot argue that it reaching #1 is not a 5 out of 5. So of course, I'm giving When the Sun Goes Down by Arctic Monkeys a 10 out of 10. Only the second song to ever get a 10 out of 10 from me. 2017 and 2025 got quite low scores, so I'm hoping 2006 can buck the trend and we can get a decent score. At the moment, the best year for music is 2025, which has a score of 1.8 out of 10. So we're off to a good start. Next up, Nasty Girl by the Notorious B.I.G. This is a remix of Nasty Boy by Biggie, featuring a lot of people. One of them was Diddy, but I'm going to assume that the good people of 2006 didn't have the knowledge that we have in 2026 about Diddy. So I'm not going to hold the fact that they made a song featuring Diddy #1. I'm not going to hold that against them. This song is alright. Obviously the highlights are Biggie's verses, and he is a legend for a reason. Put your hands in the air if you a true player. The chorus is sort of a tribute to Biggie, I guess. It's lacking in subtlety, to put it mildly, but I think it's the kind of thing that Biggie would like. He's probably got something similar written on his grave. I think he'd be happy with that. The rest of it is kind of, yeah, not just because of Diddy's part, which is not great. Nelly's on this song, his part's alright, but there's a guy called Avery Storm who's doing a bit of a DJ Khaled thing and just keeps interrupting with nonsense that ruins the whole thing. So overall, you got some things I like, some things I don't like. So I think on balance, I'm going to score the song a 0. Then for it getting to #1, it's not the most interesting song in the world, but it is a tribute to Biggie, so I'll give it a 1 for that. For a total score of 1 out of 10 for Nasty Girl. Next up, Thunder in My Heart Again by Meck featuring Leo Sayer. In the Chinese calendar for 2006, it must have been the year of the remix, because this is another remix. This time it's of Leo Sayer's, I don't know if I'm saying that right, by the way, sorry, 1977 song, Thunder in My Heart. And this remix goes surprisingly hard. I did go back and listen to the original, and that goes surprisingly hard too. And this remix is by Meck. I know Beck was taken, but I guess letters C through L were also taken.
But what I do have are a very particular set of skills.
Thanks, Liam. He's basically taken the original song and made it sound more like Freddie Mercury singing Rasputin by Boney M, which is not a bad thing. That's actually a pretty great combination. Like I said, this song goes hard, and when I listen to it, I goes hard. I had thunder in my ears while I was listening to it, and not in a bad way like tinnitus. So I'm going to score the song a 3. Then for it being a #1, the original only made it to 22 in 1977, and it's a pretty good song. It's not a classic. I don't think the public of 1977 can have any regrets about not making it #1, but yeah, it's a pretty good song. Compared to a lot of the songs I've covered in this series, it's definitely in the upper tiers, so I'm going to give it another 3. Good choice, people. Congratulations to Meck. and Leo Sayer on your number 1, and now your number 6. The next number 1 was Sorry by Madonna. I know most of Madonna's big hits, Like a Prayer, Like a Virgin, all the like songs, Like a Papa Don't Preach, Like a True Blue, Like a Vogue, they're all bangers. I wasn't familiar with Sorry though, sorry Madonna. When I first hit play on it, I thought, oh no, this is her song Hung Up, and all these years I've been calling it Hung Up when it's actually called Sorry. A bit like when I had a dodgy MP3 of Touch the Sky by Kanye West. I always thought it was called Testify. Embarrassed myself with that one. But no, it's a different song. I like the song. I'm not blown away by it. The music is quite energetic, probably a bit too energetic because the lyrics are quite dark and there's a lot of minor chords going on here. I don't know, it doesn't seem to fit perfectly. It's a bit like a club remix of November Rain. I think it mostly works because there's a good song beneath all the pounding of the drums and bass. And yeah, listening to this song 3 times for this video is all the pounding that I've experienced this year. But it is from an album called Confessions on a Dance Floor, so I guess I should have expected it. I just think I'd like this song a lot more if it was more chill. Give it a club un-remix, or make a new album called Confessions on a Living Room. So I'm gonna score this song a 2. Then for it being a number 1, I think I'm pretty happy with this being a number 1. This came out when Madonna was 47 on her 10th album, and she was still putting out bangers, so fair play Madonna. I'll give this a 3 for a total score of 5 out of 10 for Sorry. Next up, oh dear. So we had some pretty good scores so far. I think that's about to change because the next number 1 is It's Chico Time by Chico.
It's Chico time. Well, you can get delirious if you take life too serious.
Bit of a weird backstory for this song. Chico was a contestant on the X Factor, and before he'd go on stage, he'd always say, oh, it's Chico time. And then at some point during the show, he performed this original song. I say original, I think that's original, of which I kind of respect performing an original song, even if the only writing contribution Chico made to Chico Time was being called Chico. But on the other hand, I definitely don't respect it because it's a pretty terrible song. It's pretty clearly just a cash grab. And also this was number 1 for 2 weeks. If it was 1 week, maybe I'd be more forgiving. You know, it's a bit of a novelty. A guy from X Factor's written a song about himself. Ooh, let's go buy it. Let's all go to Woolworths and buy it. And maybe that gives you 1 week at number 1, but 2 weeks, come on. 2 weeks of Chico Time, that's dark. So for it being a number 1, I'm gonna have to score it a -5. Then the song itself, it's a little bit like Living La Vida Loca, kind of about how you should be more like Chico and you can have more fun in your life. It's not a good song, but it knows it's not a good song. And it's not trying to be a good song, so I'm not too offended by it. If this was like track 12 on a Moon-Shaped Pool, maybe I'd have a problem with it, but it's Chico Time. Even though it's terrible, I don't hate it that much. So I'm gonna be nice and only give the song a -4, for a total score of -9 out of 10 for Chico Time. The next number 1 was No Tomorrow by Orson. I remember really liking this song back in 2006, mainly because of the line about tomorrow there's no school. Like, oh, no school, imagine that, that'd be so great. That's like every 9-year-old's fantasy, or however old I was. It's something like 9. All I know is I'm a few months older than OK Computer, and my one regret is that I didn't stay in my mother's womb for a few months more so I could be the exact same age as it. Regrets? I've had a few. Even though I liked this back in the day, I don't think I've heard this fully since 2006. So I was unsure of how this song will have aged. And my first reaction to hearing it after 20 years was, oh my God. I used to think this song was good. It's not good. It's bloody incredible. It's even more of a banger than I remember. Get in there. It sounds like if 2006 era Muse made a 2006 era song with 2006 era Maroon 5, 2006. It's catchy, it's groovy, it's surprisingly heavy, and it just goes off. Orson are almost a textbook definition of one-hit wonder. This is it. But what a one hit to have. Even taking nostalgia out of it, I can't not give this song a 5 out of 5. It's just, come on, it's great. Great job, Orson, wherever you are. Then for it being a number 1, I was thinking a 4. I thought, let's not go crazy. I'll give it a 4. But this is just some random band, their debut single, I think. They dethroned Madonna, and also Wikipedia said this is the lowest selling number 1 in history. When, you know, we all love an underdog here. So No Tomorrow, for the second time in this video, the third time ever on this channel, I'm awarding a 10 out of 10. Well done, Orson. Come back. We miss you. Next up, So Sick by Neo.
And I'm so sick of love songs, so tired of tears.
Are we sure that this isn't a Smiths cover? Because look at the lyrics. Just imagine Morrissey crooning these with some jangly guitars in the background and bang, Morrissey, you finally got your first #1 song. If you've read Morrissey's autobiography, he spends most of it just moaning how he never had a #1 song and everyone hates him. Which, to be fair, I think both of those statements are true. But if Neo is the Morrissey of R&B, then, you know, let's just check his political statements over the next few years. We know what to expect. This song's pretty good. It's just a nice, simple, chill, heartbreak song. The sort of song that I can listen to before going to bed, alone, every night, for the rest of my life. So I'm giving it a 3. Neo's so sick of love songs. I'm so sick of explaining why I'm giving songs a certain ratings for them reaching #1. So I'm just gonna give it another 3 and be done with it. So sick, more like so six. Am I right? Next up, it's a biggie. Not Biggie Smalls, Biggie Big. Crazy by Gnarls Barkley.
Does that make me crazy?
I remember when this song was #1 for 9 weeks. At first it was alright because it is a good song, but we did all start to lose our minds after about week 4, I think. It's a shame because the song is quality. It's just CeeLo's voice, some of the high-pitched notes in the chorus, they can be a bit grating. If you hear it on a one-off, you probably don't mind it too much, but if you're hearing it multiple times a day, every day for 9 weeks, you're not going to enjoy the song as much. All that being said, just looking at the song as a song, it is a banger. I'm going to give it a 4. And then for it reaching #1, I would give it a 4 because it is quite dark for a pop song, especially a pop song that reaches #1. But the fact that we kept it at #1 for 9 weeks. Wikipedia said that Gnarls Barkley actually removed all the CDs from shops because they were getting sick of it as well. So I'm going to give it a 3 for that, which gives it a total score of 7 out of 10. But you know what's more crazy than 9 weeks of crazy? 1 week of I wish I was a punk rocker with flowers in my hair.
Punk rocker with flowers in my hair.
I recognised the song name when I saw the big list of all of 2006's #1s, and it sparked some memory of me not really liking it in 2006, but I couldn't really remember how the song went, so I thought, oh yeah, maybe I was just a little kid. I was too stupid to understand. Now I'm a fully grown man, my brain will have matured, and I actually really love this song. But I actually like this song even less now. It's actually pretty terrible. But I'm not going to score it a -5, for one reason. It's pretty much fully a cappella. It's just Sandi, Thom, whoever she is, whatever she's up to now. It's just her voice and a little bit of like stomp and clap at the end. I quite like that. Actually, I don't like it, but I kind of respect it. The main problem with this song is the lyrics. It's pretty terrible. I wish I was a punk rocker with flowers in my hair. When I think of a punk rocker, I'm not picturing flowers in their hair. I'm picturing like Sid Vicious, Tommy Pickles. I think she's describing a hippie. The song should be called I Wish I Was a Hippie with Flowers in My Hair. Maybe I'd only give it a -3, but I'm going to give it a -4. Then for it being #1, I'm a little bit conflicted actually. The obvious thing is to just give it a -5, but there's something about how random it is that this made it to #1 that I actually quite like. It's her debut single. It's absolutely terrible. How on earth did this make it to #1? It makes no sense. That is quite funny. I do quite like that, so I'm going to give it a -3. For a total score of -7 out of 10. And the next #1 is Maneater by Nelly Furtado. First of all, did you know that Nelly Furtado is Canadian? I don't know why that surprised me so much, but I nearly spat out my peppermint tea when I read that on Wikipedia. Nothing against Canada. I really like their national anthem. It's the only reason I've been watching the Winter Olympics, to get a little glimpse of O Canada. Anyway, Maneater sounds like a perfect, classic, mid-2000s Timberland produced song. And it sounds like that because that's exactly what it is. It's a banger. It reminds me a little bit of Toxic by Britney Spears, but I don't think it's quite on the same level. Quite on the same banger level as that, but it's pretty close. So I'm gonna give it a 4, and it's quite a strong choice for #1. Nelly Furtado's one and only #1 song, by the way. I'm Like a Bird, not a #1. Promiscuous, not a #1. So I'm gonna give this a 4. Fair play, Nelly. Maneater, more like man ate her. Am I right? Hey. Next #1 is Hips Don't Lie by Shakira.
I'm on tonight, you know my hips don't lie, and I'm starting to feel it's right.
In making these videos, there are a few things that I've found that I really like in a pop song, and for each of these present in this song, I'm gonna award 1 point. 1, trumpets. Yes, it has trumpets. 2, a Latin vibe. Yeah, it has a Latin vibe. 3, singing in another language. Yeah, it has a bit of singing in another language. 4, it bangs. Yeah, it bangs. 5, a key change. No, I don't think there is a key change. So I'll give it a 4. I was not expecting to enjoy this song as much as I did, especially because I remember absolutely hating it back in 2006, but you know, time heals all wounds. The same thing happened with Despacito in 2017. Another Latiny banger. And it's another great choice to be number 1. It reminds me a little bit of Havana from 2017. Both these songs have a rap verse, but Havana's rap verse absolutely ruins the song. Hips Don't Lie's rap verse, actually pretty good. Adds to the song. And maybe it's just Shakira's hips that had me in a trance, but I'm gonna score this another 4 for a total of 8 out of 10 for Hips Don't Lie. Yeah, this song just really made me smile. When it comes to Lily Allen, I'm more of a London guy, but I don't mind a bit of smile. I think this song is actually what Tom York and Johnny Greenwood named their band after. I love a breakup song where it's just saying about how happy you are when you see your ex and they're sad. We need more songs like that. I'm not crazy. Hey, watch it. I'm not crazy about this song, but I do think it's held up quite well. I do like it. It doesn't make me smile, but at least it stops me frowning and scowling at people for about 3 minutes. So yeah, fair enough. I'll give it 1 point for every minute that I stop scowling while I'm listening to it. So I'll give this song a 3. Then for it being number 1, Lily Allen, Nepo Baby, I think, which I wouldn't mind, but this was her debut single, so that makes me think, you know, cooking the books. Or maybe she's just done a Sandi Thom punk rocker thing, whatever that was. I need to find out what that was, because maybe I can do that. But it's another pop song with dark lyrics, which I quite like, so I'll give it a 2, for a total of 5 out of 10 for smile. And now a song that really didn't make me smile. Don't Stop Me Now by McFly.
Don't stop me now. I'm having such a good time. I'm having a ball.
This is a Queen cover, and I got as far as Tonight before I started getting annoyed about how bad it was. And if you don't know, Tonight is the first word of the song. It's said less than 1 second into it. Don't Stop Me Now, more like don't. Stop Me Now, shout out Lionel Hutz. Musically, this is fine. Vocally, terrible. Not terrible, but compared to Freddie Mercury, terrible. It's always hard to compare to Freddie Mercury, unless you're Tom Chaplin. That man has serious pipes. McFly, they've got a Tom Fletcher. Not quite Tom Chaplin. He really, really does not do a good job here. The other guy, can't remember his name. Is it Dougie? He's got like brown hair. He does a better job, but this song's still potentially the most unnecessary cover of all time. For a cover of a song like Don't Stop Me Now, all you have to do is play it well, and you'll get a good score from me. They couldn't even do that. Well, they played it well, the band did well, they couldn't even sing it well. So I'm gonna give this song a -3. Then for it being number 1, Wikipedia says it was a charity single, which okay, I'm a fan of, but it said some profits went to charity. Some. McFly in 2006, they could afford to give all the money to charity. That is annoying, just give it all away, McFly. But I'll save it a -5 because some money went to charity, but it's still getting a -4 for a total of -7 for McFly's cover of Don't Stop Me Now. And man, I really hope we can go a while without hearing another McFly song. You what? A double A-side? Oh, for fuck. Yep, a double A-side. I didn't even know that they were still a thing in 2006, but apparently they were. And I've made an executive decision that for all double A-sides, I'm gonna rate each A-side separately, which is fortunate for McFly because Please Please is actually a much better song. First off, it rocks. Well done lads, well done Tom, well done Dougie, well done the drummer who was on Strictly Come Dancing like 10 years ago or something. And second of all, the last line of this song is Please Please Me, which makes me think it would be so much funnier if they just called this song Please Please Me, just to annoy the music snobs that, oh, this new band McFly, they're just ripping off the Beatles and they're not even trying to hide it. Listening to this song today, knowing what we know now, I'm pretty sure this was their attempt at doing Arctic Monkeys. This is their I Bet You Look Good on the Dance Floor, but they don't quite have that northern grit and edge that Arctic Monkeys have. I think a better title for McFly would be One Wagers Thou Art Appear Dashing in the Quail Eggs aisle at Waitrose. I respect the effort, it's a decent song, I'll give it a 2. For it being number 1, I actually don't mind it, but to make this number 1, we also had to make Don't Stop Me Now number one, which I hate. We should have just boycotted. We should have boycotted this. I'm gonna give it a 0 for being number one for a total score of 2. But McFly, if you're watching this and you want to retroactively change the name to Please Please Me, I'll update that score to a 10 out of 10. You're welcome. Next up, Deja Vu by Beyonce. Musically, it's pretty good. Great brass, great bass. Or as we say in the South, great brass, great bass. Lyrically, I feel like I've heard it all before. Deja vu joke. The lyrics are fine for the most part. Not sure about the line, your sexiness is so appealing. That's a bit, The song is quite repetitive. Maybe that's what Beyonce was going for by calling it Deja Vu. But after the first minute, I was already getting sick of how repetitive it is. Even if the bit it's repeating is not that bad. On the whole, the song's fine. It's no Crazy in Love. It's no Crazy. It's no Deja Vu by Olivia Rodrigo. But it's alright. I'll give it a 1. Then for a bit number 1, I also think it's just fine. So I'll go for another 1. Deja Vu. More like Deja 2. Am I right? Next up, Sexyback by Justin Timberlake.
I'm bringing sexy back. Yeah. The mother boys don't know how to act.
A funky ode to Timberlake's favourite composer. Sorry Mozart, you ugly. It's another Timberland produced banger, taking nothing away from Justin Timberlake because he's doing a great job as well. And this song is great. If you see a picture of 2006 era Justin Timberlake and you know that he's got a song called Sexyback, you can kind of, this sounds exactly like that. Timberland was on fire in 2006. He's like the anti-DJ Khaled because even though he says a lot during the songs that he's producing, but every time he does, I'm like, oh yeah, nice one Timberland. That was a good addition there. Not like when DJ Khaled does it, it makes me want to gouge out my own eyes with my granddad's toenails. There is one interjection that I'm not on board with. Timberland says take it to the bridge, and anytime he does that, they don't take it to the bridge, they take it to the pre-chorus. And when they go to the actual bridge, he doesn't say anything, he's silent. First they took it to the actual bridge and I said nothing. But despite this blunder, this is just a great song. I think I'd feel wrong not giving this song a 5. So I'm gonna give it a 5. You know what, Justin, I can't argue with you. You did bring Sexy back. I wish you could bring it forward from 2006 into 2026 now. That would be good. For it being a number 1, I normally like a song that's got a bit of subtlety, where it's not super obvious what it's about, unless it's about sexy stuff. Then I like it to be the opposite. The more obvious it is, the better. Especially for it being a number 1. And this is really obvious what it's about. So again, I don't think I can not give this a 5. So Sexyback, welcome to the 10 out of 10 club. I'm handing out these 10 out of 10s like it's Halloween. Surely 2006 is gonna get a good score, surely. The next number 1, I Don't Feel Like Dancing by the Scissor Sisters. Like a lot of musical legends, Scott Walker, Ashley from the Pussycat Dolls, John Barrowman. The Scissor Sisters are American, but the place that they're most famous is the UK. We've really adopted them as our own. 2006, I feel like that was about the time we sent Piers Morgan to America. We got Scissor Sisters in return. Possibly the greatest trade deal ever conducted. I Don't Feel Like Dancing. It's a dance song about not wanting to dance. They've used Cockney rhyming slang in the chorus, which is alright, but Old Joanna means piano. You have to say it like a Cockney, I guess. Piano. Who'd you consult on that, Scissor Sisters? Elton John? Alright. It's hard to hate a song this fun. You got Elton John on piano, which is a bit like when South Park had George Clooney on and only had him do barks for dogs. But it's still a strong addition. Listening to it again for this video, it's the only time I've actually looked at what the lyrics are. I've been hearing this song fairly regularly for 20 years. I had no idea what the lyrics were. The lyrics I had in my head were way off. Luckily, the real ones are actually a lot better than the ones I had in my head. They've got a better lyricist than me. Great song. I'm giving it a 4. And this song was number 1 for a few weeks. It's just so fun, so catchy, so camp. It's hard to hate that. So I'm gonna give it another 4. For a final score of I Don't Feel Like Dancing of 8 out of 10. And speaking of America, America.
There's trouble in America.
I have mixed feelings on this song. I kind of love that a song like this would get to number 1. Sort of an indie type rock song. It seems a bit like punk rocker. It's a bit random that this made it to number 1. But on the other hand, I hate this song. It's pretty terrible. But then again, like the punk rocker song, that just makes it even stranger that this made it to number one. How did that happen? Wikipedia said that the competition for number one this week was Jump in My Car by David Hasselhoff. So I think it was maybe just a slow release week. But still, it's not like Razorlight was some massive band like Arctic Monkeys. Maybe we just wanted to fill the Arctic Monkeys shaped hole. But going from when the sun goes down to America, how dare you stand where he stood? We should have just kept Scissor Sisters for another week. Like this song's terrible. So I'm scoring this song a -4. For it being number one though, I actually think it's really funny that a song this bad got to number one. And I can only assume that we made it number one as a joke. This is just dry British humour. You wouldn't understand it. So I'm gonna score it a 3 for being number one. For a total of -1 out of 10 for America. The song. If I'm scoring the country, I'm scoring it a lot lower than that. And next up, oh my word, is Welcome to the Black Parade by My Chemical Romance. You know, say what you will about the UK, we've had some good moments throughout history. Penicillin, you're welcome. Trains, you're welcome. The internet, yeah, me, you're welcome. But the absolute best thing we've done that tops all of them, except maybe that last one, is make Welcome to the Black Parade a number one song for 2 whole weeks. Wow, it's so emo, come on, yeah! Just brilliant stuff. It makes you proud to be British, brings a tear to my eye. Welcome to the Black Parade. I guess you call it a rock song, but it's so much more than that. It's pop, it's rock, it's opera, it's emo. It's everything. You can wear it as a hat. I've seen it called the emo Bohemian Rhapsody, and I think that is probably a fair comparison because Bohemian Rhapsody is one of the only songs I can think of that hits the heights, the widths, the girths of Welcome to Black Parade. It's just pure genius. I feel like every video for the last 5 videos I've made, I've said, oh yeah, my next video is going to be every My Chemical Romance song ranked worst to best. So I'm not going to say it this time because it's probably not going to be my next video. But when that does eventually come out, this song is going to be number one. I don't know how it can not be number one in that list. So if it's not obvious yet, of course I'm going to score this a 10 out of 10. How can I not? These 2 weeks that this was number one could be the 2 weeks that British music peaked. So let's see what the first song on the decline was.
So wouldn't you like to come with me?
Oh no, not McFly again. We really could not get enough of them in 2006. This is their 3rd number one of the year. Luckily their final number one of the year. Although they've saved the best one for last. I'll be honest, if it wasn't for that ooh in the choruses, this song could have got a 5. It's just so great. It's just so upbeat, so poppy. I love anything related to space, sci-fi. It's 2001 Space Odyssey right there. Some other sci-fi book there, I can't remember which one. And it's got poetic lines like, there's nothing on earth that could save us. When I fell in love with Uranus. Genius. Steel Panther would be proud. But that ooh is really annoying. So I'm only going to score it 4 for the song. Sorry Thom, sorry Dougie, sorry drummer from Strictly Come Dancing, sorry Danny. And I think this is a great choice for number one. Thom's basically gone, oh, all right, I don't know where he's from. They're basically gone, oh yeah, what are all the things, or what are all the words we can think of to do with space? Let's cram all of those into a song. But it works. So I was gonna go for a 3, but that Uranus line, God, that's great. So I'll give it a 4. 8 out of 10 for Stargirl. Well done, McFly. You redeemed yourself in the end. Next up, Put Your Hands Up for Detroit by Fedde Le Grande.
I love this city.
This is a song I thought I liked back in the day, but listening to it again is pretty bad. It's a bit like that Barbra Streisand Duck Sauce song, except the first time you listen to that song, you get a little bit of a laugh. You don't get that with this song, no laughs. So I'm gonna score it a -3. And then for it being a number one, it's not just bad, it's not just bland, it's also annoying. So I'm gonna score it a -4. More like, Put Your Hands Up, -7 Detroit. Am I right? Next number one, The Rose by Westlife.
When the night has been too lonely.
Westlife, welcome to the channel. They're a group that have got loads of number ones. So I feel like I'm gonna be talking about them a lot, so I thought I'd give them the proper hello. They're here in 2006 with the cover of The Rose by Bette Midler. I think that's the original version, an almost one-to-one cover. The only thing they've changed is they've added 26 seconds of drums at the end. Yeah, I timed it, 26 seconds exactly. Apart from that, the two versions are pretty much identical. I think if the Bette Midler version got to number 1, which didn't, I'd score it a 4. It's just a nice song. It doesn't need the 26 seconds of drums to be a good song. 26 seconds. Have drums or don't have drums. Don't have 26 seconds of drums. But still, Westlife, they haven't ruined the song. I like a lot of times when I wee sitting down, because I've got a dodgy tummy, I don't know if this is a 1 or a 2, but because I'm already sat down, I might as well go for a 2. Then for it being a number 1, yeah, it's alright. I love a good power ballad, so I'll go for a 1. It's still a nice song. Westlife didn't ruin it. 3 out of 10. Well done, everyone. Next up, Smack That by Akon.
Watch me smack that all on the floor. Smack that, give me some more.
Obviously, Akon will never reach the heights that he did when he collaborated with Lonely Island. Quaid Army, shout out. When I saw this in the number 1s list of 2006, I was excited. I definitely had this on my iPod Nano back in the day. So I was ready to blast this and relive the glory days. Sadly, I was a bit disappointed by Smack That. It didn't quite live up to the hype that I had for it in my head. Not that it's a bad song, just a bit flatter than I remember. Like, Akon spent the last 20 years just smacking it. So now it just looks like a pancake. It's still decent though. The chorus is catchy. Eminem's part is good. Even though I'm disappointed, I'm still in favour of it. I'm gonna score it a 1. Then for it being a number 1, a bit like Sexyback, it's quite unsubtle. I do like that. So I'll give it a 2. For a total of 3 out of 10 for Smack That. Now speaking of that I'd like to smack, it's Take That. I'm fairly neutral on Take That, more of a Robbie Williams guy to be honest. But if there's one person that I cannot stand in this whole universe, it's Gary Barlow. Urgh, tax dodging bastard. This is Take That's big comeback song after 10 years of being broken up, and it's basically a Gary Barlow solo song. You can barely hear the other guys. You can barely hear Jason Orange. So as much as it pains me to admit this, Patience is actually a banger. If this song came out in the 90s, Take That's heyday, I'd probably be like, oh yeah, pretty good song, 3. But as a comeback song, written by Gary Barlow, which, as much as I don't like him, I do respect that he writes all of Take That songs himself. I don't think anyone could have put out a better comeback song than this. So sadly, I have no choice but to give this a 5. Then for it being a number 1, Take That were massive in the 90s. All of my friends' mums love Take That. So it was inevitable that whatever song they put out would get to number 1. Luckily, it was a banger. So I'm gonna give it a 4 for a total score of 9 out of 10 for Patience. And hopefully that's the only time I ever have to talk positively about Gary Barlow. And now the final number 1 of 2006, A Moment Like This by Leona Lewis. 2006's Christmas number 1. It's the X Factor winners song, the second X Factor number 1 of the year. In terms of X Factor winners songs, this is one of the better ones, but that's not really saying that much. I think the only good one is a Biffy Clyro cover. For what it is, it's fine. It's a fairly standard big weepy ballad about, oh, I'm so happy, this is my big break. I will say though, the key change is absolutely massive. It's only 2 semitones, but it feels like it's gone like 7. I think I'm using the term semitone right there. I was going to give this song a 0, but because of how good that key change is, I'm going to bump that all the way up to a 1. Reaching number 1, it's an X Factor song. I hate that. I feel like the first couple reality TV singing competition number 1s I'll be more lenient with, but at this point those shows have been going on for 5 or 6 years. Starting to get old. Then I saw on Wikipedia that this song was actually used for Kelly Clarkson's American Idol winners song a few years before. So they've just recycled it, a cover of a cover, and I don't love that. So I'm gonna give it a -4 for a total score of -3 out of 10. So there we have it, 2006, a great year for music. Or was it? Well, let's find out. I can now reveal the final score for 2006 is a massive 3.48 out of 10. Which I'm a little disappointed. There were quite a few 10s there, so I thought we were going to get a higher score than that, but that does mean that 2006 is actually top of the leaderboard, and as of now, it is the best year for music ever. Let's see what 2006 has done to the big artist leaderboard. There's going to be a lot of artists on the same score, so it's going to be a bit of a mess, so I don't know how I'm going to display this. I guess you'll see it now, the top artists, and then the bottom artists. Well, that's the end of the video. Thanks for watching. If you liked this, I've done 2017, I've done 2025. If you didn't like this, I've done every Arctic Monkeys song, every Radiohead song, every Killers song, every Strokes song, a few others. Every song ranked worst to best. Watch that instead. Next video will either be My Chemical Romance, ranked worst to best. Probably not, I'll be honest. If not that, it'll probably be another video like this. A year from the 90s. I haven't decided which one yet. Whatever it is, hope to see you there. Cheers, bye.